All right. This is Unit 2, Lesson 2. We're working on the reading today. Accidents in the Home is the title of our paragraph. We're actually our text, because we got 6, 7 paragraphs today. Like this paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we got graphs, graph 1, graph 2, and graph 3. We got true and false questions. And let's get started now. Here's a really nice technique you really need to work on. Don't just go like, I'm sorry to say this, like just bluntly and just go read things thoroughly and waste your time. What you really need to do is rather more of think about what is going to be more effective if you do. First of all, read the questions very quickly because you know that they want you to answer the questions. And look at the graphs very quickly. Don't look into the details. And then you can start the reading when you find this kind of words. I'm not so sure if I can make some kind of marks as I'm explaining to you. Um, Let me check this one out. I don't really have any markers here. I really feel bad about this. Record, audio, blah 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 blah. Nothing. Uh, I'm really sorry, but maybe I'll look into it later on for another reading. Anyway, let me just get you through this. True, false, which means you need to answer with true or false, or the following sentences true or false. Okay, let's see. You don't know. First, find the answer in the reading passage, then write the line number, and finally write T or F in a send box. Now, number 1. Burns are some of the most common accidents in the home. The word common accidents is important. Keep it in your mind. 2. Very old people have the most accidents in the home. Keep old people in your mind. 3. The largest number of deaths in young children are from cuts. Well, largest number of deaths in young children. So young children are what you need to focus on. So in number 1, common accidents. Number 2, very old people. Number 3, young children. Number 4, fathers are in danger if they do not keep fit. Well, fathers. In number 5, one of the most common accidents for older people is poisoning. Well, let's focus on poisoning here. Now, let's get started with the text, and I'm going to read it out for you. Remember, again, there is no perfect reading. It's just reading with tones that does give a certain type of impression that everyone can choose to be whatever they want. Now, let's start. Accidents in the home. When most people think of accidents, they think of traffic accidents. However, a large number of accidents happen in the home. For instance, in the United States, about 60 million people are hurt every year in their homes. Some of the most common accidents in the home are falls, burns, scalds, electrocution, suffocation, and poisoning. Blah blah blah. Be even toot, and let's start at this point. There is most common word, like most common accidents in the home are falls, burns, scalds, electrocution, suffocation, and poisoning. So burns are some of the most common accidents. Yeah, burns are some, which means they're not all, because we do have more than one. And yes, it is true, which is line, uh, let's say 5 to 7. Let's move on. Of course, the dangers are not the same for every member of the family. If you look at graph 1, you will see that very young people and very young children and people between ages of 30 and 64 have the most accidents in the home. Also, different age groups have different kinds of accidents. Pause. Now, um, we got this second word. Very old people have the most accidents in the home. Who is really getting the most accidents in the home? Um, it's what you can read in here. If you look at the graph, which is number 1, it's actually accidents in the home by age group. This age, 30 to 64. So it's not very old people, because very old people are pretty much 65 and above. So this is false, and line number 10 and 11 can tell us the answer. Let's move on. Small children are very active and they love experimenting. They put everything into their mouths, so poisoning is a great danger. For example, some machines look like sweets to them, so they eat them. They play with everything too, including sharp things like scissors and knives. What is this? So cuts are very common in small children. Most deaths in young children are the result of suffocation. They often put plastic bags over their heads, then they cannot breathe. Oh, all right. Um, if you want to kind of go back to number 3, the largest number of deaths in young children are from cuts. Well, the paragraph just said something else. Sorry, I'm sneezing out here. Bless me. Whatever. I'll pretend somebody else said that to me. Thank God. So, you can notice here they were. There is a sentence here that's really important saying most deaths in young children are the result of suffocation. So so 3 is false and line 21 is the answer. Now let's move on. Mothers and fathers often have different kinds of accidents. The greatest dangers of mothers are in the kitchen: burns or scalds from pots on the cooker, cuts from kitchen utensils, from open tins or from broke glass, and electric shocks from unsafe kitchen appliances. Well, let's see. These are different kind of accidents. The greatest dangers for mothers in the kitchen. Well, there is fathers are in danger uh, if they don't keep fit. Well, let's see. So this is nothing to do with the mother. Let's move on. Fathers often make house and car repairs themselves, so falling off ladders, using tools carelessly, and doing difficult electrical repairs are all dangers in the house for men. Also, as they get older, men need to keep fit. There are dangers from eating too much, from smoking, and from too little exercise. Alright, so this is about fathers, but the question goes like number 4, fathers are in dangers if they don't keep fit. And yeah, it's true here. There's danger coming from it, which is line number 32. Let's move on. Older people develop problems with their sight and their hearing, and they become slower. Falls, burns, accidental overdoses of medicine, and accidental gassing are the most common accidents for older people. Pause. Okay, now there is number 5, where one of the most common accidents for older people is poisoning, and yeah, we just read about it. That's true. Um, and accidental gassing. Oh, so overdoses of medicine and accidental gassing are the most common accidents in older people. So this is like one of the most common accidents. We do have 2 reasons. Or actually more than one reason. So since it's like one of the most, yeah, then it's true. And we got, sorry, in line 4041 is what indicates this. Let's pause on. Sorry, let's continue. Um, when you read this, you might feel that it will be difficult for you to reach old age. However, you can prevent many accidents if you take simple precautions and learn some basic first aid. Dude, we just done with this. Meet you next time.